Open error occurred. Okay, hang on. Got an error from. But we're set to roll here. Okay, we're live, right? Okay. All right. Welcome back to the Tony's Bonus Show. I'm Tony T here with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free picks for today's betting board. Be sure to like, subscribe, set those notifications so you get notified when we're live. And of course, first thing you want to do is give us that thumbs up. It really helps us build our audience here. And let's beat the Cappers and get right to picks, as we don't mess around here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too bad, Sony. Got off the losing train and had a nice little winning day, so can't complain there. I think the Mox continue to roll along. Some controversies, some NBA finishes. Crazy finish in Denver. Like, man, what a game there in that matchup. And the college basketball, I think the same thing. That one game came right down to it for if you were on North Texas. Ouch. Now it's just one of those right down to the wire games in college basketball. So can't complain there. Winning day on to today's action. Definitely got some. It's kind of weird. I thought day baseball was on Thursdays. Look at all these games.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
It used to be all these day games. It used to be get out games. Day was Thursday. But,
no, because sometimes you have those. Sometimes you have those 4-game series, and you have to play Wednesday early. So the Thursday through. Sometimes you have the Thursday through Sunday series. So on the
or to get out of town day.
To get out of town Wednesday. Sometimes. Yeah, or these teams that play west to east, east to west, they have those long trips. Sometimes they give them that. Like, you'll have occasionally some day games on Wednesday because of those 4-game series. Not all of them, yeah. This is one of them.
There's a lot. I was like looking at a couple day games to get out of town to travel, but I'm looking. I'm like, are there any night games today? Is it a holiday? What's going on?
Yeah, not too many night games. Even the Dodger games, 5:30 local. That's still pretty early out here. But sometimes maybe they want to give the East Coast teams a little earlier prep time when they get home. They get that off day. Plus, sometimes you have the day baseball for some teams. Some teams haven't had their opening day yet. So there you go. Well, we get them all at once. Let's say to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Oh, not much. It's skiing's day, so good day. Good day yesterday. Went 2-1. I faded my Grizzlies. Took the Warriors. Cashed on that. Been making some money fading my Grizzlies lately. And then we got under in the Padres game, so that was good. So a lot of, like Rod said, there was definitely a crazy ending to that Denver, Minnesota. I gave that out yesterday as the free. Take the Timberwolves 3.5. So we got that in double overtime. So definitely a good day yesterday, and just ready to get to today.
And the Phillies, El Nino's Al, what's happening?
Yeah, 1-1 in the NHL yesterday. Up a little bit of juice there. 2-2 in the MLB. Up a little bit of juice there, and 2-1 in the NBA with that crazy ending in Denver there. So yeah, I love that was a good sweat there in double overtime. But hey, we'll take a win with the Wolves there. But yeah, post Skeens days. Speaking of that, I might have to go stop by that new stadium where the Rays are playing and check me out some Skeens today. I mean, it sounds real tempting. So yeah, why not? I don't think I have much better to do at 1 p.m. So let's see if I end up there or not.
That's right. And of course, so solo, what's happening? We're in the LA Cap. They do again yesterday. Cover that run line. Even though it puts across 3, that's all you need when you place the Braves. They can't hit.
You know, what a time to be alive. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope all is well. We're heating back up in NBA streets. I think we went 5-0. I'm really getting into baseball. I want to say we went 2-3 yesterday, but I want to say I'm about 7-0 on the Dodgers this season. If I can figure some of these other teams out, we'll be in the money. Huge slate today. Let's get to the bank.
Let's get to the bank, indeed. Let's get to baseball. It looks about 5 stops to bounce back. So let's get it rolling here, guys. NBA, we all do 3 blocks of 3 on this 9-game card here. So let's get started here with the Kings and Wizards. Sacramento on the road are going to be laying 13. Some 12.5s out there, total 231.5. Hornets and Pacers 14.5, total 224. Knicks and Cavs. Look at this, double digits on the first 3. Cavs 10.5, total 229.5. Let's take a look at this injury report here for this first block of games here from the NBA. That pretty much delivered an entertainment there. There was some pretty good. I was watching that Golden State Memphis game. That was definitely entertaining there. But let's get to the games here. Knicks and Cavs. We've got Brunson at Party out for New York. McBride, Payne, Towns are questionable. Ty Jerome out for Cleveland. We go to Charlotte, Indiana. Nick Smith, probable for Charlotte. On the Indiana side, no Bradley. Then Turner and Mathurin are questionable. We go to Sacramento and Washington. Here we got Carter and LaRavia out for Sacramento. On the Washington side, Bay, Brogdon, Coulibaly, George, Middleton, Smart, they're out. So we get started here with Rod.
Yeah, looking at the spot, and I'm looking at you look at the Knicks and Cavs, and the last time the Knicks went into Cleveland, we gave up 140 to the Cavs in that one. You look at the Cavs on the back-to-back, and they definitely not great numbers. Knicks, same thing, not great numbers on the back-to-back, but I'm going to lay with the Cavs there in that one. I just don't trust the Knicks here at this spot. The numbers look like you figure that it'd be like, oh, big revenge. Yeah. No, I think the Cleveland Cavs are just that good at home. I think they win by 50 plus. So give me the Cleveland Cavs there in that one. And then I don't want to jump a thought. Which was the third one you did? Was it the Heat or the Sacramento Wizards?
Sacramento. All the 14.
Sacramento, Washington.
The 7-10s.
Okay.
7-10s.
Okay. I didn't want to jump a spot, so I just double check it. Give me the Wizards. Well, they're in full tankathon mode there in that one at 12.5. Sacramento's getting healthy, and I know you look what they've been doing 1-4 against that number, but I'm going to lay with Sacramento. There's a reason why that number's that big. Wizards tankathon mode. Sacramento. Hey, I know most laying that big giant number with the Kings is a scary proposition, but I'll do it. Give me the Kings there. Lay the 12.5. I think they win by 20.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, like so I'm looking at their Sacramento, Washington. I think we're gonna go under that total. They're 6-4 to the under in the last 10. I mean, I know probably like Washington doesn't care, but still don't think we get up and over 231. With the Hornets and Pacers, I'm gonna take the over there. I think we see some up and down on that one. And yeah, I'm not really looking at I can't trust the Cavs. I mean, they haven't covered the Knicks, or I don't want to put them on the road, but yeah, I just leave that one alone.
Yeah, from Chris on over to Al Ninos.
Yeah, normally I'd be all over all these double-digit dogs, but again, it's getting harder and harder to back them as the season winds down here. So I'm gonna be careful here with them, and I'll probably just play the Cavs in the first quarter out of this slot. If you wanted more action, maybe try the Hornets +9 in the first half. But again, I'm not really rushing to back these dogs right now. It's getting ugly with them.
There you go with Al Ninos. You like first halves on teams on back-to-backs, or you rather fade them in the second half?
Well, yeah, anytime you're looking at the back-to-backs, obviously you don't have to worry about them running out of gas late. So usually, if I'm looking at the favorite, usually end up on the first quarter just based on the numbers. And then I'm looking at a dog, yeah, usually full game or first half.
Yeah, from Al Ninos on over to Solo.
Charlotte and Indiana, that's a lot of points, a lot of injuries from both sides. It's a tricky situation. Let's stay away from that game. I had the Knicks last night. They played ball. This tricky situation, getting a lot of points at Cleveland. I think Cleveland's sitting a lot of guys. I actually still think these teams get up and down, score some points. I'm going to take this total over 230. And Sacramento and Washington, I think Sacramento probably controls this game. Washington has a little rest. Not really, obviously nothing to play for. I just think they fire to the end. I'm going to take this total over 231.5.
There from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. One here in this block. I'm going to go over Charlotte, Indiana. Looking at this Pacers team, good offense, bad defense. We're just hoping the Charlotte can get some points here with their lineup, fairly healthy lineup. Remember, but Ball is out here for the rest of the season. But I look at the over there with this Pacers and Hornets game here being at this total. Being, I think, relatively low here for an Indiana game, especially for an Indiana game when they're at home, where they really like to shoot. And they're going to get a lot of open looks against Charlotte today. They're going to get a lot of open looks. They're a very good wing team. They hit their threes. This is one of those games where they can pad it up a little bit. I like the over in that one. Let's continue here on Tony Nick's Morning Show as we continue on here with the next block of three from this NBA card as we get to Heat and Celtics. Celtics still holding 11. There has been no movement in this game since the opener. Total 212. We got Jazz and Rockets. The Rockets here laying 17.5. Total 226.5. Hawks and Mavericks. Two teams coming off disgusting losses here. Mavs 3.5. Total sits here at 239.5. Let's take a look at the injuries here from these games here as we move on to Miami, Boston. For Miami, no Jovic, no Love, no Robinson, no Wiggins. On the Boston side, Horford doubtful, Porzingis, Holiday, and Brown are questionable there. On the Houston here, Collins, Markin, and Williams out. Kessler, Sexton, Springer questionable. Houston, a clean injury report there. Atlanta, Dallas, Capella, Wallace out. Toppin probable. On the Dallas side, they're getting this list is getting thinner now. Didn't help them last game. We got Exum out, Lively questionable. Davis and Martin are probable. We get to start with Rod.
Yeah, like the NBA always does, give me Atlanta on the money line over Dallas in that one. We seen Atlanta look like ass yesterday, and what the NBA always does is they turn around and they're like, oh, everybody's seen Atlanta got whooped yesterday. They look like ass. Give me the Atlanta Hawks on the money line. I think they win over Dallas in that one. And then the other one I'm looking at is, you know what? Give me the Heat on the money line over Boston. We know the Heat love to play the Celtics. You can take the 10.5 you want, as Solo normally says, but I'm going to take the Heat on the money line on a nice 4 times our money. You got to take a shot there with the Heat to win one over the Celtics, who looking like they're going to sit some guys and definitely not going at full strength. And look what the Heat have been doing down their last 5 games. I got to take a shot here with the Heat on the money line.
There we go from Rod. We move right on over to Chris.
Yeah, Utah, Houston. Houston's got a clean injury report. Give me Houston with the points to cover there. We know Utah's just gone. That's just a lean. I don't have any premiums in NBA today, guys. These are all just free picks for you. And then Atlanta, Dallas. I might look at the over. I don't know. That's kind of there. I would kind of take the points with Atlanta, though. I do like them a little bit better than I do the Mavs. And Miami, Boston, yeah, they just played back on the 14th. They lost by 12 to Boston. I don't know. That's just a lot of points there for Boston. I might lean Miami.
Yeah, from Chris, we move on over to Al.
Yeah, I'll agree. I grabbed the points with Miami here. I don't know if I'm going money line. Depending on who sits out, yeah, it might be worth a shot. I mean, again, don't want to talk anyone off a big plus money line at any time. So if you want to take a shot, no matter who's playing, go for it. But I'm on the points for now. If Drew Holiday and Jaylen Brown sit out, I might lean. So yeah, I might lean towards some Derek White props. If both the Holiday and Brown sit out, I might start looking at those. But again, as for now, it's just Heat with the points, and I might take a shot on the Jazz first half getting 10. But again, don't love it. I mean, these dogs could very well just get blown out right out the gate.
There we go from Al on over to Solo.
Yeah, this is a tricky card here. It's kind of what Tony talks about all the time. You definitely want to. You prefer to living over the dead right here. So, be wise with some of these spots, but these spreads are kind of outrageous. I do like the Atlanta and Dallas game. I actually kind of agree with Rod on the money line, but I think the better play is take the points with the Hawks. I think they'll fight, they'll scrap. I think they'll find a way to get in the back door, keep this game close, if not win it. Miami and Boston. Miami's obviously looked good the last 5. They're fighting, they're fighting. Probably what I want to say, like a half a game up in the standings. I don't really think they can do too much with it, but they obviously don't want to fall to that 10th spot. I think they compete. Boston's strong at home. I think points would be premium. I'm going to take that total under.
Yeah, from Solo. I'll tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, the one game I look at Miami plus the 11 here. They've covered 5 straight, have this Heat team. And they've been shooting the ball very well over the past 5, 50%, 47% from 3. They got over Jimmy now. I think they're just ready. This is who we are. We're going to roll with our guys. They're listening to the coaches and get it done here. They're also in very good defensive form. Over the past 5 games, they're outscoring teams by 20 points a game. And the Celtics 0-4 to the spread after a long road trip of 3 straight on the road. After 3 straight on the road, they're 0-4 at home to the spread. So this is one of those first games back home after a road trip. So I like Miami there plus the 11. And let's see the other 2 games here. I don't like the dog in Utah and Houston. Just for reference here, this Utah team has failed to cover 5 of 6 as double-digit dogs. So you give them double. That's just absolutely atrocious here for this Utah team. So these other games are just
almost triple-digit dogs, though.
Yeah, triple-digit dogs, right? Yeah, they're just horrific there in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony More Show as we close out the NBA with these final 3 games. Spurs and Nuggets. This line hasn't moved, and it's actually gone up at penny, which is surprising here. Nuggets 8.5. You can find 9 at Pinnacle. Well, money's come out near Pinnacle now, 9 and juiced. So we saw somebody just lay some money on this Denver team. Denver 9 and 8.5, total 230.5. Pistons and Thunder here. Pistons are dogs here. OKC 13. There's 14s popping up as well. Total 231.5. Pelicans and Clippers. Clippers 17. Total 218.5 here. It's interesting lines here in these games. This makes me want to laugh hard. Here we go. Spurs and Denver. Basie. Hey, Basie's. Count Basie's probable. We may see him in the lineup here for it's been a while. So Khan doubtful. On the Denver side, Strother out. Porter and Murray are questionable. But this is always subject to change. They just played a double overtime game yesterday. So when these guys come in, we'll see who's sore, who's not there. So it may be a lot of G Leaguers there. But Denver is fighting here for that 2 seed. So we'll see how that rolls. Detroit and OKC. Okay, Detroit got we're going to get some suspensions out of that slap fight they had with Minnesota.
Beef stew.
Yeah, that's right. Holland, Ivy, Sasser, Stewart are out. Cunningham, doubtful. Harris, probable. On the OKC side, Dieng, Dukas, Mitchell, Wiggins are out. Pelicans and Clippers, Boston, Hawkins are out. But Zion and McCollum are out for the season, so they're not going to show up on the injury report anymore. So just take note. They shut down Zion and McCollum, so they're out for the season. On the Clippers side, just Coffey and Miller. Looks like the Clippers will have the entire force ready to roll here to try to avoid the play-in round. They got some work to do because they stubbed their toe here, and Minnesota just got a win. So they're trying to get in that 6. So we got you covered with these 3 in the injury report. On over to Rod.
Yeah, and you look at the Spurs in Denver, and it's down to 8.5. By the way, somebody must have decided that you said there was a big bet on the Nuggets, and I see 8.5 popping up now in that one. It's a tough spot, double back-to-back. Normally the Nuggets on the back-to-back are good. You look at their numbers this season, Nuggets on the back-to-back have actually played well. They're let me pull these numbers up for you. They're Nuggets on the back-to-back this year, 10-5 ATS-wise in all their back-to-backs, 12-3 straight up. And at home, 5-3 straight up in the back-to-back, 5-3 against the number. But what I'm looking at here is you got those tired legs because we're going to see some points. We know the Spurs don't play a whole lot of defense. Nuggets are also 6-2 to that over in the back-to-back, and the way the Spurs giving up defensively, giving up 52% field goal shooting. Even those tired legs of the Nuggets can definitely be able to put the ball in the hoop and score some points. So up and down we go. Give me the over in that one. And then another one I'm looking at here is, you look at OKC. You want to go against OKC? Come on, they're giving you 13.5 with Detroit there. Detroit's playing some pretty good ball, aren't they? Nah, Detroit's dealing with some injuries and going the other way.
And suspensions. They suspended 2 guys from that fight.
Yeah, exactly. You want to scrap it and think. I don't know what Detroit decided to do. Let's implode ourselves late in the season. We were playing good ball, looking real good, and then let's just do what we did. Maybe OKC lay the points. They roll right over Detroit in that one.
There you go. Yeah, they're now 2 games back of Indiana for that 4 seed. So it looks like right now, it looks like Indiana, Detroit in their first round, but Indiana may have home court if things don't change. That's a big losses there for Detroit. And, of course, today probably blew their shot at getting home court in that first round. We move on over to Chris.
Yeah, taking the points for Denver to cover there, 10-5 on no rest. They're also 10-5 to the over on no rest, so I agree with the over in that one. I'm not getting in front of OKC at all. I don't care how many points you do there. I think OKC just keeps rolling there, and I don't know. I still can't believe people are trying to compare that to the Malice in the Palace. That wasn't even close. Y'all need to stop. Like, Jesus. The only highlights Isaiah Stewart has is fights, guys. Let's just take that into consideration. But anyway, back off that rant. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of that, and I'm thinking, do your research, look at history. It's not even close. That was just a little scuffle. But anyway, take OKC there. No worries there. And then take over New Orleans and the Clippers. I just think we see a lot up and down.
Yeah, the NBA was so embarrassed by it. They call it the vocal something. I forgot, like a vocal assault or something. They didn't even call it a fight. They call it basically all chirping. Is what they said. On over to Al.
Yeah, definitely different day and age we're in today. But yeah, I'll look at the Nuggets minus. I'm guessing 2.5, 3 there in the first quarter. The lines are just starting to pop up for those first quarters. But yeah, I like the Nuggets in the first quarter there. I'm guessing Jamal Murray plays this one. He was questionable yesterday. I think they're going to need him today, as you mentioned, after that double overtime. Uh, and yes, as I said, it's really tough to back these dogs, but I can't lay these numbers either. It's tiniest that leans to the Pelicans, but yeah, don't love it.
They're from El Nino. It's on over to Solo.
San Antonio and Denver. Denver's on back-to-back. I agree. I think they have tied legs. San Antonio, they're not playing defense. They're going to fire to the end. I think these teams get up and down, push this pace, take this total over 229.5. Detroit and OKC. Detroit got got a lot of injuries. They got a lot of suspensions. I think they'll struggle in this one. I actually do like Stewart going forward. He's a nice little player, give you about 7 points, 5 boards. But he really brings that tenacity, that toughness, allows, Cade to kind of attack and play free without being like knocked to the ground because they know somebody will come knock them in their damn head. So, sometimes, you get more than what you pay for. I wish he was on the Lakers. We'll trade Connect in the first round for him. Love Beast Stew. Let's move on. The Pelicans and the Clippers. This game is gonna get out of control. Pelicans have laid down. Clippers need this game. I'm gonna lay it. Clippers minus 18.
Yeah, some of these games it only looks like a layable, right? Not like some of these dogs have just been so dead, especially Pelicans. Look at their spread record on the road this year; it's absolutely atrocious. I mean, I think they've only covered like single digits on the road. It's bad. I mean, really bad.
Clippers been covering at home too.
Clippers have been a good home cover.
Best cover team in the league.
Yeah, that home court means something. Okay, right now the Clippers sit in the 8th seed. They are tied right now. Right now, holding the 8th seed right now is Memphis with 32 losses. Minnesota has 32. Clippers, so three-way tie in the loss column for that 6th seed between the Grizzlies, T-Wolves, and Clippers. And Golden State is in the 5th seed with 31 losses. So there's as we said, between seed 3 and seed 8 is a difference of 3 games. So there's a lot of job. These games are huge coming down the stretch. Who's gonna, these Clippers? What they've already said they want the rest. They want the rest. So that's what they're playing hard here. They want the rest for the week.
Older team, absolutely.
Older team. Kawhi Leonard with the knee. You don't want to push it there. And of course, Minnesota in the mix as well. That was a big win for Minnesota because they jumped the Clippers to the 7th seed. So yeah, a lot in hand here. For that reason, I think the Clippers offense will be in full force here. I like the over in the Pelicans, and I could see LA putting up 130 plus on this Pelicans team today. So I'll look at the over in that one between New Orleans and LA, because this Clipper team has been shooting the ball very well. And you look at the Pelicans on the road against these good offensive teams that outscore teams by 3 points or greater. On the road, the Pelicans 11-5 the over. So their games go over when they face good offenses on the road. So I'll look at the over in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Guys, we're giving you our free picks, but if you want our best bets, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. We got leaderboards over there showing you our top performers, a lot of the top performers you see here on the show. So get on board and get signed up here at Tony'sPicks.com for our best bets. The link there is in the description. All right, let's continue on here as we continue on. Move our way here to the college basketball. The most controversial postseason tournament I've seen in my lifetime is this Crown Series. It's wild here. All right, here we go. This is the Crown Series. We're into the quarterfinal rounds here. Butler and Boise State. Boise State laying 7.5, total 154.5. This one's moved. This opened Boise 5, so we've seen a big move there. And the total not moving too much. It opened around 154 and 154.5 now. Nebraska, Georgetown. We got Nebraska now 8.5, total 154. This opened 6. So again, a lot of movement to the favorites in these quarterfinal round here of the Crown Series. So we get to start here with Rod.
Yeah, you look at Boise and Butler. Butler hung around, got the win last game, but Boise's just that much the better squad. Boise cruises to 20-plus point win. They got a 30-point win last game. I think it's a 20-point win this one. And then Nebraska and Georgetown. Yeah, there's two teams that love to get up and down. Georgetown wants to push the pace. And Nebraska's like, oh, you want to push the pace? Oh, let's push the pace. Woo! Give me over 153.5 there. Nebraska and Georgetown. No defense played between those two squads that love to get up and down. Give me the over 153 in that matchup.
There from Ron on over to Chris.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the Nebraska Georgetown over, but I'm also gonna take the points with Georgetown in that one. And then I don't have anything on the Boise State one.
From Chris, move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, this number is starting to get away from us, but I think it's going to be a double-digit win, so it's still late with Boise there. And I agree, I'll take the points with Georgetown. I think their defense keeps them in that one.
There from Solo on over to from Al on over to Solo.
Yeah, I'm only on the second game. I think the Hoyas play free. I think they play relaxed. I like the way Mac is playing. I think Cooley's kind of giving him a green light, let him know you can just kind of do your thing. Hoyas are playing free. I'm on the Hoyas on the money line.
There from Solo there. I'll tell you what I think about this game. I'll take the points. I'll take the points. Solo knows what to do. Solo takes the money line. I'll take the points here with Georgetown. Nebraska gave up 56% shooting to the Sun Devils. Nebraska played no defense in that win and cover against ASU. Hoyas, 59th in defensive efficiency. I mean, Cooley knows how to coach. He knows that this is for next year, right? He's trying to coach these guys up who are on the bench, who are going to try to fight for jobs next year. Smart coaches say 20, 25, 26 starts today, right? So that's what goes on there with Georgetown. I'm going to take them in this spot to cover. Hey, they shot 45% with this roster against Washington State. So I'll take him here in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we turn our attention to Major League Baseball. A lot of day action. We were talking about that earlier. A lot of day action today. Big card today from Major League Baseball. So let's get to it here. 15 games, if I'm not mistaken, another 15-game card. So we'll do it three blocks of 5. So let's get started here. We begin here with Rangers Reds. We got the Reds, $1.31, total 8.5. And then we move on over to Royals and Brewers. The Brewers, $1.15, total 7.5. Pirates and Rays. Pirates favored, $1.12, total of 7 there. Angels and what's this Angel team all of a sudden? Where did this come from? Angels here. Dogs, St. Louis, $1.52, total 8.5. I buried them after game 1. Twins and White Sox here. We got the Twins, $1.79, total sits here at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got the 5 cover for this one. On over to Rod.
And looking at these ones here to kick off the day, give me Texas over the Reds. I like what we see from Leiter for Texas. I think he can be able to mow down some Reds early, and I think the Texas offense can get some runs on Green there. Green's first start definitely it was all right, but he definitely gave up a few. Just I'll take the plus price there with the road dog there in Texas in that one, and then it is Skeen's day, and Skeen's only a minus 120. So give me the Tampa Bay Rays full game in that one with Pepe going. I also like the under in the first 5. Because we know Skeens is going to deal, right? He always does, but then the problem is we've seen plenty of times he just doesn't get the run support. So under first 5, I like, and then I like the Rays to win it full game. They're just they have the better offense. The bats are rolling, and then when it comes to the Pittsburgh bullpen, how long does Skeens go? Well, you need to go a full game, complete game shutout for him to win this one against the Rays, I think. So give me the Rays there in that one. And then as Tony alluded to, hey, these Angels. Looking for the sweep of St. Louis here in that one. I don't think they get it. No way. Not with Kikuchi on the mound. you say Kikuchi, and I say trash can. So I think it's Cardinals feast on Kikuchi. You look at both these teams, their bullpens are pretty beat up. So I like the Cardinals, but I like the over as the play. Give me the over. We're going to see plenty of runs in that. It was, 9-7 last night. It took some extra innings to get there, but not with the way these bullpens are going. And it's slim pickings, and it's also get up day. So what the Angels do is they leave Kikuchi out there too long, and he's going to get ripped. So give me the over, and the Cardinals to salvage one win in the series at least. Anyway,
well, he's the ace of with a bunch of deuces behind him. So
I know, right? That's how'd they win 2 already?
So he's got to go deep. He's got to go deep there. So yeah, Pepto, you need your Pepto-Bismol handy with this guy. Let's move on over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at Texas Cincinnati, I'm going to go the other way. I like Hunter Green a lot more than I do Jack Leiter. We looked like the last time that Green faced the Rangers, he had 6 strikeouts, gave up 0 earned runs. But yeah, I think we take the first 5 with Cincinnati, at least while Hunter Green's in there. And then we got to look at Pittsburgh Rays. I did the video on it. You guys can go check that out. But I'll also tell you under first five. Might take that once the bullpen comes in for Pittsburgh. It's over with. They're the 29th ranked in baseball right now for their bullpen. So get it while you can while Skeen's in there. And once they take him out of there, just watch it all go to hell. And then Kansas City, Milwaukee. I'm going to take Cole Reagans and take the money line to Kansas City on that one, just as a lean.
From Chris on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, the more we talk about this game, the more I want to go check it out. But I agree with a lot of what the guys have said already. I'm on the Reds too. I think they got the edge on the mound there, and Cardinals -1 for me. I guess that number's gotten away from us too. They opened up closer to -135, getting to -150, -155 now. So Cardinals -1 again. I agree there. I think they get to Kikuchi, and the wind is blowing out hard. So I'll take the over too.
From Alnitos on over to Solo.
Yeah, Kansas City and Milwaukee kind of got punched in our head early rolling with Milwaukee, but we shook back last night. I think the tables are starting to turn. I'm not probably as high on Cole Reagans as everybody else. I think he's a little overrated, overvalued. I think he'll get hit today. Freddie Peralta's been up and down, but I think the Brewers bats come alive. We're going to take the Brewers on the money line. Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We on the over. I know Skeens does his thing, but once he comes out, these teams tend to, give up a little runs. Let's go over 7. And that's all I have in this slot.
And there from Solo, I'll tell you what I think about these here. I'm going to look here at KC in this one. Milwaukee just 227. They strike out too many times. They strike out over an average of 10 times per game, so they're not making contact. Brewers bullpen allowed 28 runs in 23 and a third innings. KC against losing teams the past 2 seasons on the road, 26 and 16, returning 8 units. I'll look at them in that spot here. There and what else do I have in this block here? We had that game. Also had I like the under.
Nobody took the White Sox.
Under in Minnesota and Chicago. I'm going to go under. I'm not going to take them in. Burke was sharp in his open assignment and in his appearances last season here for Chicago. But the Twins in their 4 day games, hitting 143, and Chicago hitting just 208 against right-handed starters. Minnesota bullpen has been performing well. Burke was sharp. He should be. He was drafted for this position here. So I like the under 7.5 in that one. All right, let's continue here on the 26th Morning Show as we continue with the next block of 5 from this 15-game card from Major League Baseball. We got Nationals and Blue Jays. The Nats favored on the road here, $9 total 8.5. Wow. Cubs and the Homeless Athletics. Tent City favored $15 total 8.5. Tigers, Mariners. We've got the Tigers $25 total 6.5. Giants and Astros, $55 total 8. Guardians and Padres, the Padres here $72 total 7.5. So there's your 5 in this block. We start with Rod.
Yeah, look at this one. Frammer's on the mound. So does Houston finally get a win? Yeah, I don't know. Give me the under in that one. Give me the under 8. I don't think a lot of scoring is going to be done in that one. First 2, 3-4 wins that one. So give me the under 8 there. And then you look at, hey, my buddy's on the mound. Tyone, good old Jameson. Who loves Faden Jameson? I do. I love Faden Jameson. Give me the homeless here in this one. Salvage a win there over the Cubs. Tyone's on the mound. I like the Athletics. First 5 and full game. I think they beat up on Tyone and hold on to that lead and continue to crush there. So give me the homeless. And then give me the under there in that one. And then you're looking at, hey, it's Skubal going, right? Skubal didn't look so good, but he had to face the Dodgers lineup. So expect the bounce back here for Skubal. He's going to look like the ace. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes deep and probably goes 7, 8 innings in this one, does Skubal. Why? Because the Mariners can't hit a beach ball. They're in trouble. If they don't figure something out with their bats, man, you might want to hit the panic button in Seattle because you're in trouble, big trouble. You might have some pitchers that can pitch, but if you're not scoring runs, you ain't winning games. Give me Detroit in that one.
I was hearing Ramon tell you that the shelter there in Sacramento, they have like a tough shed for showers for the visiting team.
Yeah, the visiting team has one of those tough sheds. You have to, it's like the visitor is like, sorry, we got no. At least it's better than the bag in the tree, right?
Well, there's no
Yeah.
there's
Better
no
than the
bathrooms.
bag
There's
in
no
the street.
bathrooms in the dugouts either. There's absolutely no bathrooms in the dugouts. In between innings, they have to run across the field to go out to the outfield and do that. So there's no like, what are we doing? This is just
Well, this tough. Times are tough in California, man. I'm telling you, man. There's just not a whole lot
Hey,
of public funds for these shelters. It's just
Sammy
not-
Sosa in the good old Sammy Sosa in the chat. I haven't been fading the Cubs,
much are
buddy.
the
I was on the
tickets?
Cubs in the first 2 series. I'm fading the Cubs now. Why? Because it's Tyone. That's who I fade. I haven't been fading the Cubs. Look at that lineup. Maybe Sammy Sosa, you might want to pay attention. You've been here all week when just talking trash, but maybe you should get your facts straight before you start talking trash. Thanks, Sammy Sosa.
There you go, from Rod on over to Chris.
yeah. I think we got to jump on this over with the Cubs and the Athletics in that stadium. Like Tony and I talked about the other night. I texted him about how hitter friendly this ballpark was, and I think every time the Athletics are at home, I mean anybody that wants to get out of this park can. I mean you look at what the Cubs have done past couple games, and even the Athletics kind of woke up a little bit last night. Brent Rooker finally got a home run for me. So yeah, I think we take the over 8.5 there. I think this ballpark's just going to be pretty easy to get out of. On the other one, I would look at take the Tigers. I'm gonna take them on the money line there with Scooball in, and then I'm gonna take a shot with the Astros on the run line with Framber in there.
There we go from Chris on over. How he knows.
Yeah, I'll play a little bit on the run line, but I'll back it up with a little bit of money line here with the Astros at home, -1 for me. And same deal for the Padres. Padres -1. Just think they're the better team here and a good pitching matchup. Definitely my 2 favorite ones on this slot.
From El Nino's on over to Solo.
Washington, Toronto. The Nats been kind of getting me spanked a little bit lately. I've taken it back the last 2 days. I'm going to take him again. I like to go on the mound. I think he'll find a way to navigate this lineup. I think runs will be premium. I think the Nats will win this game on the money line +1. -116. Cubs and the A's. I actually like Spriggs in his first appearance from the A's. I think he'll find a way to navigate this Cubs lineup. I'm gonna take the A's first 5 money line. And Cleveland and San Diego. I'm just not a big fan of Dylan Cease. I'm not a huge fan of Lively, but I think this Guardians bat's got to come around at some point in time. I'm gonna take the Guardians money line first 5.
There from Solo said what I think about these games here. I'm going to take the plus money here with Toronto. Blue Jays have been hitting the ball well, 285. They make good contact. The Nats have struck out 60 times in 5 games, hitting only 175 in this series. They're not making contact. The Washington bullpen's allowed 20 runs in 16 2/3 innings, and Gore has not been a really good. They don't win for him on the road. A 10-18 the past 3 seasons here for Gore on the road. I'll look for at Toronto in that spot. Man, this Padre team, I'm just not going to get in front of them, man. I'm going to go run line with them and get the plus money here. The Padres at 43-35, the run line at home when they're favored by -150 or higher. Guardians hit just 196 against righty starters. San Diego 299. Their bullpen allowed 1 run in 25 innings. I mean, they're getting pushed, but at some point there's going to be regression because you can't pitch 4 bullpen innings every game. That's what they're doing. They're in there. They're on a limited budget. They don't have a lot of money. They couldn't bring in a lot of starting line pitches, so their bullpen has been taxed, but hasn't hurt them yet. But I think at some point it will. But until now, I'll take them. One thing I'll note, I'm not going to make a pick here on this Tiger game, but I will say this here about the Tigers and Mariners. Take this note. Whenever someone plays the Dodgers and they get pounded, there's value on them in their next series. Because I felt that here about the Tigers. So keep an eye when teams finish playing the Dodgers. There'll be some value with them here when they go into the next series. So I just want you guys to take note of that. Something I thought about, didn't play it. I said, Dodgers are going to make you look bad. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
And the Dodgers, what they seen Amanaga, they seen Steele, they seen Sale, they seen Scooble. We seen them all. We smacking everybody.
Yep. That's it. And then when they go,
it's early, Al, but we hot right now.
They're hot right now. That's right. That's right. But I'm just saying is that I think you're going to find, like we saw with the Tigers, they bounced in Seattle. They're a good team. Just don't these teams that go up against the Dodgers or they get pounded, you're going to get value on them in the next series. I just have that feeling. I had that feeling there when I saw them lose to the because they hit 260 in that series against the Dodgers. They still lost. That's what really got me. That's what really got my attention with that team is how well they hit the baseball, and they still got swept in that series. So interesting note there. Yeah, exactly. JM is saying that right. Well, the fact that when these teams play good teams, they look bad. They step down in class. I used to call it my step down in class angle, where they face these elite teams and coming back into the next series, they bounce. So keep an eye there when teams play elite teams in a series look bad. There'll be value on them in the next series, especially if there's a step down in class. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we continue here with the baseball, as we'll close out baseball here with these final 5 games. Mets and Marlins here. The Mets, 202, total 8.5. Red Sox and Orioles. Red Sox, $1.13, total 8. Rockies and Phillies here. Look at this. Phillies, we got our first $3 favorite, I think. I don't think there's been $3.10 now with the Phillies, total 7. This early in April, we got a $3 favorite. My goodness, on April 2nd. Diamondbacks and Yankees here. Yankees, $1.30, total 7.5. Braves, okay, here we go with these lines on the Dodgers now. Braves and Dodgers. We don't got the $1.30, $1.20 anymore. We got the Dodgers now, $2.35. I'm seeing 270s at South Point. Wow. Those folks in Vegas are just pounding the Dodgers here. Total sits at 8 with over juice. We started off with Rod.
Yeah, I'll take a shot with the Rockies there with Freeland on the mound. You look the last time Freeland faced this Phillies team. Hey, he mowed him down. He outdueled Nola in that matchup, and the Rockies got a 4-0 win in that one. So I'll take a shot with the big dog there in that one. How can you make money in baseball? Betting big dogs. Definitely not by laying minus 300 favorites in that one. Definitely not. And then chasing a run line. Yeah, it's a minus 2 runs. Yeah, $1.40. You want to lay a $1.40? No chance. That'll put you in the poorhouse in no time. You'll be having the shower shed like the Athletics as well in your backyard, because that's all you'll be able to afford if you continue to bet MLB games and run lines. It's one of those spots. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't be betting run lines on odds. It's ridiculous. So you can take the plus 1.5 because it's still a plus 120. You get a plus 120 on Colorado plus 1.5. So even if they lose the game by 1 run, like you see plenty of times, burning up people's run lines, Phillies win by 1. But I'm going to go all out. Give me the Rockies there in that one. I think Freeland continues to pitch well for the Rockies.
That's right.
Right? He's pitching well for the Rockies. So give me a shot there with that one. And then the other one I'm looking at is give me the under, Arizona and the Yankees. I know I was hard on Gallen, but he's out on the road. He's going to want to bounce back from his first start where he wasn't so good. So out on the road in New York, those little torpedo bats aren't what they're all cracked up to be. I think Gallen has himself a good start here and mows down some Yankees. Give us the under full game in that one.
There you go, Sammy. So you got the wrong liquor. It's the shower. It's shower champagne. Higgs gets shower champagnes when he goes to circuit. There's video on it up there. There's video of it out there. I've seen it there. That's true. A good point on Freeland, because Freeland had a bad year last year. It looked like, and he's put up some pretty solid numbers in his career. So again, someone like that should look for a bounce there. On over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at this Red Sox Orioles, I'm gonna take a shot with the Orioles on the money line there. You look at Zach Eflin's last 3 starts against Boston. He won them, all of them. And so there's a little plus money there for Baltimore. Nothing putting in there on the premium. But Braves, Dodgers, I've gone back and forth on this. But the more I look at this pitching and batter matchup with what the Dodgers have done to Bryce Elder in the past, I think every single Dodger has a home run off of him. So it's just getting ugly. I'm looking up all the stats here right now. Everybody I put in, home run. So, just take that over. I think the Braves are just ready to be back off the West Coast, back at home. They are home Friday against the Marlins. Yeah, I think it's the Marlins. So, I would take Dodgers run line, take it over. I think the Braves are just done with the West Coast. So, there you go.
Yeah, when I saw the Elder on the mound, I was looking outside. It was horrible. I thought the game rained out yesterday. When I saw Elder on the mound, I was very surprised to see him pitch. He's usually the guy they call in for those doubleheader rainouts. This is out of character for Elder. On over to Alninos.
I wonder how many RBI props Sean has on the Dodgers today. But maybe he can let us know a couple in the chat. Yeah, that should be an interesting one there. I like man, I almost want to take a shot on the Rockies too. You can get them plus Let me just check that out. Plus 415 on the reverse run line too, if you're really feeling that. Yeah, that just Philly's just way overpriced there. I'll take a shot on the Orioles money line though. That's one thing I'll play for this slate.
Yeah, from El Nido, let's move on over to Solo.
Yeah, I'm not really an ace guy. I kind of, tend side with Tony with the fade to ace thing. And to me, the best bet in baseball is +1.5 at plus money. So this is just academic today. Colorado and Philly, sign me up with the Rockies +1.5 plus money. Sign me up with what's the other one at? Miami, the Marlins over Holmes. I don't really like Gillespie, but I think Holmes gets hit hard. I think they'll find some base runners. I think they'll find a way to keep this game close. Let's take the Marlins. But we're going to get off that trend on the last and stay down with the Dodgers. We're going to lay it 1.5. If you're feeling real good, I would lay the -2.5, get you +200 plus.
Yeah, from Solo, tell you what I think about these games here. I like the under in the Mets and the Marlins here, under 8.5. Mets bats have been ice cold here. Marlins don't hit right-handers so far to start the season. Mets bullpen's been solid, 2 runs in 15 2/3 innings, and Marlins bullpen's performed well. Mets under in 4 of 5. Clay Holmes is one of those converted relievers. He did start when he started the season, but again, you look at the discrepancy in salary now between relief pitchers and starting pitchers, and you can see why somebody like Holmes wants to be a starter. We saw that with Littell. We saw that with who was that other pitcher with the Royals? He spent time with the Mets. He left the Mets, left the Padres because they put him in the bullpen, and he got his bag because he was solid in the starting rotation. So I think some of these relievers, they see where the money's at. It's not in relief pitching. You're like a disposable razor when you're a reliever. Throw as hard as you can. If you hurt your arm, we'll bring the next guy up. Lugo was the guy. Yeah. So I think Holmes is someone to keep an eye on because he's trying to get a bag because he doesn't want to. There's no money in relief pitching, unless you're one of those stud closers. And it's hard to get that to that point. I'll look at them in that spot. I like Baltimore here at the plus points here against this Red Sox. Red Sox hitting just 2-1, losing 4 of 5. Orioles have crushed the only left-hander they face, but overall, Orioles hitting 305. Baltimore bullpen's been good. They're 31-21 against the division the past 2 seasons at home, returning +4 units. Give me the little plus there. And I like the under in Atlanta and LA. It's juiced to the over with the 8. I'm looking for that 8.5. Then it may even be a premium there. The Braves bats have been ice cold. I know people are looking for a bounce back from the Braves, but I don't know. They're hitting just 137. And believe it or not, LA is just getting by with their home runs. They're hitting 226 on the year. The home run, if you notice, it's the home run that's really carrying them right now. The Dodgers bullpen has been well. Atlanta 4-1-1 in the under this season. They are 13-2 to the under on the road against these good bullpens with an ERA of 3.45 or lower the past 2 seasons. So this doesn't happen this year. It's been going on for 2 seasons. I like the under there in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show. As we move on to the ice today, we've got a 5-game card from the NHL, so we'll knock it out in one block. We got Capitals, Hurricanes. We got the Canes 210, total 5.5. Wild and Rangers $1.55, total 5.5. Panthers and Maple Leafs $1.23, total 5.5. Avs and Blackhawks. Look at this, Avs 360, total 6.5. Kraken Canucks. We got the Canucks $1.48, total 5.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, and look at these NHL games here. Florida, hey, they scooped up a win yesterday. They saved their better goalie for their this one here against the Maple Leafs. So should be a pretty good matchup here between these two squads. So I kind of lean to an over there. Still, on the back-to-back, I think this Leafs squad can definitely score some goals. Congratulations to Sabre Bobrovsky, but I think goals come early and often there in that one. And then a couple overs late. Give me the over in Colorado and Chicago. Look at that price on Colorado. Well, and you look, they had the last meeting. I believe Chicago's 2 games, 2-1 in the season series this year. They are 2-1 in the season series. But look what we've seen. We've seen a bunch of low scoring games. We've seen 3-1, 3-0. The first game of the year in Colorado back October 28th was a 5-2 score in that one. You know what? I expect to see plenty of goals here in this one. What Chicago's been doing, we've seen 7 goals, 8 goals, 11 goals in their last 4 games. Colorado's offense starting to tick. Give me the over 6.5 in that one. And then Vancouver, well, they're 7-0 to the over versus teams on a losing streak. And Seattle's on a losing streak, couple game losing streak. No defense played there. Give me the over in Vancouver and Seattle, and it looks like Vancouver's most likely going to miss the playoffs there in that one.
Wow! After last year's rise,
after last year's rise, right into the playoffs, battled the Oilers, just missed out on making the Western Conference Final, and look what happened. Dealing with goalie issues all season long. Demko played maybe 19 games, 20 games at best. All season long, so that was the reason why they're now 8 points back of any wild card spot. And really, I think the West is pretty much up. Yeah, the West is pretty much wrapped up. Since St. Louis and Jobu got the job done yesterday, they came back. Detroit had a 1-0 lead late, and for any hope of the other teams, they needed St. Louis to continue to lose, but. They put Jobu in the locker room, and you can't fake Jobu. They're now 16-2-2 with Jobu in the locker room. It's hilarious that a team does that. They put the bobblehead up there. They even give him a little nameplate, Jobu, give his own little stall and everything. So,
how many goals Ovi need?
Ovi's down to four more goals. He scored one last night. So 4 more to go to bust Gretzky's record. I think he does before sometime. Before the end of the season. Be close. Imagine he's stuck with one before the end of the season.
Or it has to be in regular season.
Yes. Yeah, that record only counts in regular season. So he would definitely, we'd see him back in next year trying to bust that record again.
Yeah, from Rod on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, I kind of want to back the Capitals at that price, but again, that line just kind of tells you it's probably not a good idea. But I will back the Wild, however, getting a nice plus money on that one. And I like the Maple Leafs a lot, actually. The Panthers had their number, but I think Maple Leafs, with the home ice advantage here, I think they get the job done. Actually, this might end up being a premium play, but here you go for now. It's out here for now.
Yeah, from El Nino. Sorry, we got you through the NHL. Now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment where our cappers can give out a parlay. They can give out a team or player prop. They just play it straight if they want to. And also we have games in the future. They make the call, or they can go outside the major sports. We've got women's in action as well. So lots going on here. Right now, we're at the exciting time in the women's. We get to the Elite Eight, then the Final Four. So lots going on here. We'll leave it to the cappers in the segment. We start with Rob.
Now for me, I'm going to go with an MLB, a little 3-teamer to kick off the day. Give me Texas on the money line. Give me the Rays on the money line. And give me the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line. Little 3-teamer for you.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, give me Houston on the run line. Give me Baltimore on the money line. Give me Kansas City on the money line. Then your props for today, we're going to take Tyler O'Neill with the Orioles to hit a home run off of Crochet. He's already got one off of him before. Strikeout prop, I got a video on that as well. I'm going to take Dylan Cease over 7. You get plus money. The last time he faced, last time he faced the Guardians, he had 10. So we'll take him over 7 today.
All right, from Chris on over to El Nino's.
I'll go Padres -1. Definitely my favorite free play. I'll go... where did I go? Astros -1 and Maple Leafs.
From Al on over to Solo.
Let's go Angels money line, White Sox money line, Rays, Pirates over 7.
All right, there. I like the Pelicans and Clippers over. I like the Mets and Marlins under, and I like the Orioles there today with my parlay there. All right, yeah, we got you through the Parlay Purple segment. Our man here, Whiskers, is liking Gators. I will say this, and he's right. I would wait because the coach for Auburn is on the media tour. He's on pretty much every channel touting Auburn. So people are gonna bet Auburn because he's just telling everybody how great his team is. Why not? He should. He's taking advantage of publicity, trying to help get some transfers, to help them get some recruits. So you're right. If you like the Florida Gators, I agree with that. Wait till game time because that coach is one of those popular coaches that are on all the media shows. He's on his webcam. All over pretty much anyone that'll talk to him, he's on television and radio. So
I'm on the Cougars.
Yeah, Houston Cougars. I like them against Duke. There you go.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy with the Final Four, man. I love it when the favorites go through because it makes better Sweet Elite Eight, better Final Four, better final. I'm all for that. I don't want to sit. I sat through a Butler Duke game. It was one of the worst games I've ever seen. I don't ever want to see something like that again.
It
in
was
my
rough.
life. Don't ever want to see that.
Houston's going to be physical. They're going to be intense. They're going to match up. They're going to push some guards away from the basket. They're about 23, 24 years old average. This Duke team is young. Hey, I'm telling you, Houston is live.
Yeah,
all over the Cougars.
You got men against kids. That's that's what it is. You get down to it. All right, we got you through that probably first segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Exciting week of action. Baseball's here. We got down the road in the NBA as well as NHL action here from the NCAA tournament. We'll see what we got going over at Tony's Picks. We'll see what Rod has for sale over at Tony's Picks right now. Rod's put together a great year like he did last year on the site. 3,191 units of profit. Rod, what you got for sale?
And for me, over at Tony's Picks today, I've got my 10-star college basketball slam dunk play of the day. We went 2-0 on it, and college basketball has been absolutely money this year. So scoop that 10-star play of the day up. Or I've got my best bet in the NHL, my one-timer play. Crossed it with the Oilers yesterday. The NBA drop a dime play, one play in the NBA. You know me, I'm very light on the NBA. I don't even think I touched an NBA yesterday. To be honest with you, yeah, no, I don't think I did. But I got one today there as my best bet. Or you can get all three of those in the walk-off Wednesday pack, where we got an NHL, we got an NBA in there, we got some college basketball, we got some MLB. Or better yet, best way to go is to jump aboard long-term. We've got a loaded week of action ahead. Lots of NHL, lots of NBA. We know we finished off the Final Four coming up as well. When you get that week pass, let's look at the finals game as well. So definitely that's the way to go. Lots of MLB rolling as well. Grab that week pass and join me for the rest of this week. I love this week's slate. So nothing but winning the rest of the week. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well over here at Tony'sPicks.com. Can't go wrong with having two cappers. You can see I'm not the only hot capper over at Tony's Picks. So definitely take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional. And use Tony T at checkout. It'll save you 15% off. Yeah, pair up here for two favorite cappers and let's have a big week together.
See Rod come up with a big day. Monster numbers that's from Rod. So get on board with Rod. Also, all the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must earn a profit or amount purchased. We'll be credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee, but not so in the long term because it's such a discount. Remember, long term includes late steam plays. I developed the late steam play because of the NBA. It's the perfect sport for late steam. So we can put in plays within 10 minutes, 2 hours for game time. The long-term subscribers, if you like to bet NBA, sign up for the long-term subscriptions so those late steams get into your inbox. And they're here with the long-term subscriptions. And yeah, that was a reason. I don't NBA. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to give you guys opportunity to put them in late, and we'll get them out to our customers there. So there you go. We got ready to fly there. All right, let's see what Chris has got going over at Tony's Picks. Chris put together good NBA year. Chris, what you got for sale?
I got 3 picks in baseball today. I didn't do anything with basketball today. Kind of left it alone a little bit on this card, but got you a 3-pack in baseball. Best bet 2 premiums. Definitely have on something long term and get you that late steam like Tony talked about. We always got with baseball, you never know if they're going to sit somebody out or change a pitcher at the last minute there. So I can get you those line changes as that happens. As NBA comes down to it, we all know what's been happening all season. So those lines change as well. I get you something like that. Hop on something long term. We got a lot of action. Baseball, college basketball's finishing up here. Still got NBA playoffs coming up. So yeah, hop on something there with me and let me get you all that going on. And the 2-for-1 capper. Everybody's on the leaderboard. 2 people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. And then make sure you use that promo code Tony T at checkout. Save you that 15%.
That's right, guys. Got both Chris over at Tony's Picks, a one-day pass up there, long-term pass. Also, if you're just baseball on the baseball bet, he's got a baseball season pass at a good price. So again, on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks and use that promo code to save 15% off. All right, let's take a look here, see what we got on for sale here. See what's up. Al Ninos has got going over at Tony's Picks. Al's been off to a pretty good start, very, very good start in an MLB to start the year. Al, what do you got for sale?
Just one MLB so far. So as I said, this NBA card. I mean, I know they're trying to tempt me with all these big numbers, but trying to look away, trying not to fall for it. I mean, as I said, it's just getting so hard backing these dogs the way they're playing. Getting tired, man. These guys should just get sent to the G League, the bottom 3 teams, instead of rewarding them for losing, and you have a much better product. Anyway, and yes, send the best team, the champion, the G League champion, out to the NBA. Make these guys play the whole season. Yeah, anyway, what's that?
I know. Yeah, you're trying to get the soccer game into it. I get it. I get it.
Anything. I think, yeah, I mean, they can definitely take a page out of that book for sure. But I mean, I just think it makes for a terrible product. I mean, what are we watching here? Anyway, just want to watch the team go out and want to lose. The other team wants to win. Okay, great. Like, what's the point? Anyway, so back to these. Might get there with the Maple Leafs, as I said. College basketball, I think I will get there with at least one. And I think I will have one in the NBA, just waiting on a better number.
There you go, guys. Got a board. Elnino's over at Tony's Picks. He got his best bet from baseball. It's hot in baseball right now, so pick it up right now. Profit guarantee from Elnino's. All right. We'll take a look and see what Solo's got for sale over at Tony's Picks. Solo come off a really good performance here in NBA over the last 7 days. Solo, what you got for sale?
We got 2 NBA, and I think I got 4 plays in MLB right now. Might add one more Steam play. I was kind of waiting on some late information in NBA. We went 5-0 NBA yesterday, so we starting to see that board better again heading into the playoffs. So sign up on me short-term, long-term. Pay me one of the good cappers. It's going to be a nice little weekend. Got the NBA, MLB, college basketball, huge slate. You know, let's get to it, man. Let's make some money.
That's right, guys. Make some money here with Solo over at Tony's Picks. You can see the great results from Solo. Get on board. He's got on the board here today with the package here, 5-pack up there from baseball. He's got his best bet up there from NBA, best bet as well going on here from baseball. Solo's locked and loaded, guys, so get on board. Or you can opt for the long-term subscriptions. So get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks. Get on board. Also, his MLB season passes up there right now. It includes all of his access all the way to the last pitch of the World Series. So get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks. And, of course, apply that promo code TonyT at checkout and save yourself that 15% off. All right, I got a best bet on the NBA for me as well. So get on board with me over at Tony's Picks, and you can match me up with your favorite capper there at Tony'sPicks.com. Guys, we're with you here every day here, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time here with the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Guys, so make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us so we get you those plays here in rapid fire fashion here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, if you ever miss a show, all you have to do is visit our YouTube channel at Tony'sPicks.com. And there you'll be able to find our archived showing here. Just click the live tab and you can find our live show replay for you there right here on the live. So just check it out there. Our happy hour airs Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Rod will tell you about it there. You can see our regulars, Ron and Ron, but some of our guys in the morning pop in. We saw Sean pop in there. We'll see occasional pop-ins from some of our guys here in the morning. So check out our archive there. Videos, well, lots of video content up there at Tony'sPicks.com. Elnino's is always looking for those underdogs. I got my baseball up there. Chris has put together a home run prop for today. Strikeout prop from Chris as well. Checking out the content over at Tony's Picks. He's got his picks from baseball. We've got more NBA college hoops up there. Bo coming in with some baseball picks. NBA as well. Ben coming in with his baseball as well. So check it out there. Rod's got the NHL covered. Hit the short series. We've got our man doubles there from Chicago coming in with some baseball. Of course, our man, our Nick is coming in with some shorts from the NBA. So we've got a lot of guys contributing here on the Tony Show. Of course, Brian Piller will pop in here with his baseballs or with his shorts as well. So got a lot of content up there for my guys over at Tony's Picks. So check it out. Lots of great content there on our channel. So go ahead and get signed up there. As you can see, lots of video content there for you to check out. All right, guys, as we said, with you here Monday through Friday. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. All right, the little guys talk about what they got up there. Rod, we know we can check in for the happy hour. You know, we're getting the time of the season where we get guys that slip in the shower. They got to be scratched. Baseball. We got guys in the pitching matchups of hockey, goalies, NBA, happy hour, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, you got those NBA guys that, hey, they played that double overtime game and, they didn't want to be hanging around for massages or extra therapy sessions after that double overtime game. So they booked it out of there fast. So we'll definitely want to check that happy hour at 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll see what's rolling in that game in the Denver back-to-back spot there. Because we'll definitely have more news on that game at the happy hour time. You know what? Sometimes the NBA does just wait right till the last minute, so we try to. We did have a TBD last night, but hey, they've announced that one early for the Blue Jays because when I was looking at it, going, "Oh, the Blue Jays are going to be the first team with the TBDs rolling," but they got a guy out there now, so Definitely, you want to tune in the happy hour because I'm telling you, as the NBA or the MLB season rolls along, same thing will happen. You'll get a lot more TVDs first thing this time in the morning because as the injuries start piling up, people don't know what's going on. So definitely at 5 p.m. Eastern, tune in the happy hour. And if I didn't cover hockey here, I got you covered. Their videos are all archived on Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Go check it out. Lots of content up there from all the cappers you see here at Tony's Picks. And it's increasing as the days go by. So definitely go check it out.
Check it out. A lot of great contributions from the guys here. We never know. I mean, Aaron Gordon left the game before it ended. There was a lot of stuff here. I don't know if he got kicked out or if he got hurt. So it's interesting to note that Aaron Gordon ran off the court in the closing seconds, and no one really gave an explanation what happened. It's not in the injury report. So keep an eye on Aaron Gordon here as we get closer as we get to the happy hour, because I found it funny. I find it funny that a player would just run off the court before the game was over. But I don't know if it was injury related. So usually when somebody runs that fast, it's something. Maybe it could be some bodily functions they need to be relieved. I don't know. But anyway, that's something to keep. It was a long game, Ron. Double overtime.
Could have been an X in the stands too. You never know. Double overtime games. Maybe someone snuck in that they didn't want to see, and they're like, "Oh my God, there they are in the stands. Go."
Yeah, he ran out. He ran out in the closing seconds, which was kind of strange. I mean, I thought that was kind
weird.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I would relate that to some sort of injury, or as you said, bodily function. I can't hold it anymore, coach.
Yeah. Well, there's no dugouts in basketball.
There is no dugouts in basketball.
None there. So it's pretty hard. I remember that happened. Funny thing, Ernie Kent from Oregon left the court for 5 minutes in a game against USC, and he did have some intestinal issues. That's what he said. They asked him why'd you leave, and it was pretty funny. But it happens. And there's
gotta go.
You gotta go.
I've been there, done that. You never know when the putt decides to pop up. All of a sudden, it's like you're like, this isn't good.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, Chris, you got some great content over on the Tony Picks YouTube.
Yeah, try to give you guys 3 home run props a day. I'm starting to do some strikeout props as well. Give you 3 guys there. Give you a side or a total or something on a game as well. Trying to keep putting out that MLB content. I'll get you guys some NBA as well, especially close we get to the finals. Aaron Gordon. I mean, the pain of watching Russell Westbrook foul a 3-point play may have been the pain he was feeling, so he couldn't watch anymore. I don't know, but anyway, so we'll see what happens with Aaron Gordon tonight. Tough loss for them, but yeah, just keep putting out that content, man, with the NBA, with baseball, and try to get you guys some winners.
Absolutely, and of course, El Nino's, you're always looking for those underdogs.
Yeah, you'd think I'd have plenty to choose from in the NBA, but again, just not going to fall for too many of these dogs. I'm sure some will cover, others will get blown out. You know how it goes. But I mixed it up a little bit today. I picked one of those dogs in the NBA and threw a little MLB, NHL in there with it as well. A couple money line dogs in there. A small money line dog and a decent one. So nothing huge, but go check it out if you like a little bit of everything, or if you like just one of those, go check it out.
Yeah, we got someone that said they left Corby was pissed off how they lost. Okay, so there's some clarification there. Yeah, because it's very strange. I don't have volume on when I watch games. I don't want to be I don't want to hear publicists announce games because they're just publicists in my book. They're not really analysts. So I all my volume's off when I watch games.
If that's the case, watch out because he'll vent in the locker room and the team might come out a little hot. Hot. You never know because that's usually what happens. If that's why he went off, man, when the team gets back in, sometimes those guys will go off on.
I will tell Jokic he needs to work on his volleyball skills. You don't use one hand; you use 2 balls when you need to hit a volleyball into the court. Use try volleyball. It'll work. Of course, Solo, we got you here on the mornings. Occasionally, we see it pop in on the happy hour.
Yeah, I'm doing the morning thing, and once or twice a week, I try to slide on the happy hour. Tap in with latest team information. We'll be kind of low key for the next couple of days, guys. Kind of focus on baseball, but once some NBA playoffs start, we back firing. That's when we're gonna make our money. So stay with us, rock with us. Let's get to the bank.
Yeah, we're single-digit days left in the remainder of the NBA season, and then we get right into the playing round. So we're ready to roll here. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Drive of the Tony Six Morning Show. We're back again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. each time. So make sure to like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us to get the plays in real time. All right, anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
Make it a winning day, guys.
Absolutely. Make it a winning day. Well, goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning day. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Fix Morning Show.